I remember him.
Siobhan, Luca, family and friends. I'm standing here today having been given the privilege of making this toast to Siobhan and Luca for 3 reasons. First, I'm in a unique position to tell you about this wonderful and amazing couple, being best friends with Luca, and also having been roommates with Siobhan for 3 years. Trust me, I know things about both Siobhan and Luca that I wish I didn't know. Secondly, I take some credit for setting them up together, whether it's true or not. And third, Siobhan and Luca completely trust me not to say anything that would embarrass them, or reveal details about them that they would not want their families and co-workers to know.
Go ahead.
Okay, but before I go ahead and do that, I do have one thing I want to say in all sincerity. Siobhan, I think everyone in the room agrees you look absolutely beautiful tonight.
Yeah.
You too, Luca. Like I said at the beginning, I know both Siobhan and Luca very well. Siobhan and I were friends at Penn and ended up sharing an apartment in San Francisco together. We were roommates for 3 years while I was in law school and Siobhan was working for the Kaiser Family Foundation. Even though Luca and I both went to Penn and graduated in the same class, I didn't really get to know Luca until I moved out to San Francisco. We actually became good friends while watching the TV show The West Wing, which, when you think about it, is probably the last way on earth you'd expect a Brit and a Frenchman to become friends. Since that time, we've shared epic adventures everywhere from Utah to Honduras and all up and down California. Having spent so much time with them both, I think I have a unique insight into Siobhan and Luca individually and as a couple. Therefore, I present to you the top 3 reasons why Siobhan and Luca are perfectly suited to each other. First, Siobhan and Luca are both perfectionists. I got to find this out about Siobhan within about a day and a half of moving out to San Francisco. Siobhan had very definite ideas about how she wanted the apartment we'd be sharing in Nob Hill to look. So the day after I arrived, we went to IKEA, where Siobhan made us go through the entire showroom twice. We came out of IKEA 7 hours later with exactly the furniture she wanted to make everything perfect. It's true. Luca, on the other hand, is a perfectionist in a different way. He is very organized and likes things to be clean and tidy with everything in its proper place. Now, there are many adjectives I could use to describe Siobhan, many positive adjectives, but clean and tidy don't make the top 100 list. It's a miracle, therefore, that Luca survived when Hurricane Siobhan moved in with him. And the fact that they made it to this day is a sign that the things that they have in common and the things that are their differences mean they are a great match. The second reason Siobhan and Luca are perfectly suited for each other is their matching business acumen. Siobhan and Luca both did undergraduate degrees at the Wharton School at Penn, and in fact they first met each other for the first time when they were partners in a negotiations class. Apparently, at that time, their negotiation skills were not up to scratch, either personally or academically. The sparks did not fly for another 5 years, and they got a C grade in the class. But times have changed. Luca is a talented real estate investor with an eye for spotting gems in the rough. Siobhan has an MBA from Stanford and works for a top consulting firm. Even though they are both very young in terms of their careers, they've achieved great recognition in their jobs, and great things are expected to come from this perfectly matched business-savvy couple. Third, Siobhan and Luca both have a taste for the finer things in life. Now, before I make fun of them again, and let me tell you I could do this all day on this one, let me just say what an incredible job you've done for putting this weekend together. Every detail has been put together with such care and precision, and you've truly created the perfect day for yourselves. But sometimes you can take your love of the finer things to extremes. Luca has regularly attended the opera, the symphony, and wine tastings since the age of 5. And as for Siobhan, I can sum her up with one example. When we were living together and looking for a third roommate, Siobhan interviewed a girl called Yardena. Now, you or I, if we were trying to get to know somebody, we'd ask them, you know, what do you do on the weekends? Or, you know, what time do you get up in the morning? Not Siobhan. Siobhan's first question to Yardena was, what kind of cheese did she like the best? Remarkably, Yardena ended up becoming our roommate even after that. You'll be glad to hear, though, that I've been able to temper some of Siobhan and Luca's most extreme impulses in this regard. So I've managed to talk them down from naming their first boy Horatio Sausalito Pavarotti Mangini and their first girl Camembert Chardonnay Brie Mangini. So now, speaking of family, I just wanted to recognize the people that have come from many places to be here today, including the Pacific Northwest, the East Coast, England, France, Italy, and Monaco. I know Siobhan and Luca are both extremely grateful for all the time and effort that many people have put into making this day so special. The way we lead our lives, we fly around as if it's nothing. But I wanted to tell you that one of the reasons that I'm here today giving this speech is because Siobhan, Luca, and I are all far away from our families, and we've each been that way for many years. When you're far away from home, you create your own family. And since moving out to San Francisco, Siobhan, Luca, and I have become family. We've spent Thanksgivings and Christmas together. We've shared in good times and bad. When I've needed a shoulder to cry on, Luca has been there for me with his lanky, bony shoulder to cry on. When Siobhan needed the words in her essays to form complete sentences, I was there for her. Now it's true, when I was still roommates with Siobhan, and Luca and Siobhan were both single and showing some interest in each other, I wasn't crazy about them getting together. I was afraid of losing a little sister on the one hand and a best friend on the other. But of course that didn't happen. And after many initial months of romantic negotiations conducted at what can only be described as a grade C quality, Siobhan and Luca finally got together in the summer of 2005. What I've seen grow from there is a truly wonderful and amazing couple, a couple that brings out the absolute best in each other. And now that they are finally married, I am so delighted about what the future brings. The old expression is you can't choose your family, but the reality is you can each take the positive qualities that your families have instilled in you and your own experiences and create something even bigger and better together. And I have no doubt that you, Siobhan and Luca, are both going to do that. Luca, in addition to being hardworking and reliable, you have the biggest heart of anybody I know, and will make a perfect husband for Siobhan. Siobhan, your passion, aesthetics, and determination to succeed will complement Luca and make you the perfect wife. I'm delighted to be part of your San Francisco family. I'm so happy for you to make it to this day, and I can't wait to become the uncle to little Camembert Chardonnay. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Luca Mangini and Siobhan Mangini, husband and wife.